What we're going to do today is we're going to start talk today about it's about Lucerne and connection. And Lucerne is my trance guide who trances through me from the spirit world, and he'll be talking. I'll allow him to overshadow me because you understand trance a little bit. I'm not going to be able. I have to just allow him to overshadow. My voice will change. Different situations will change within my vibration as I go with Lucerne. But the question with Lucerne is he will talk about connection today, connection. And connections are all what we're actually looking for. We're looking for a connection to ourselves, a connection to the earth plane, a connection to relationships, connection to guides, connection of why I'm here. Well, a lot of connections are going on within our lives as we venture on this earth plane. So as we maneuver within this earth plane, we're always asking questions about who are our guides? Where did I come from? Am I supposed to do something while I'm here that I have been assessed to do in my life? Am I able to do that? Do I connect to that vibration? Do I connect to that situation within my life? So what we do with mediumship and connection to spirit is this vibration of understanding who we are. And that is truly about understanding the connection within our lives. Our connection within our lives is because we want to learn more. As a kid, I wanted to learn more. I wanted to learn more about the spirit world. I wanted to learn more about why they were speaking to me. I wanted to learn all this stuff. And there was just a conglomerate of a lot of stuff entering my vibration. Then I decided that I wanted to pick and choose what I needed to learn, not take it all at one time, kind of maneuver more diligently through all the information that I have in my life, all the information I have in my life. So when we connect to that situation in the vibration, when we connect to who we are and situations within our lives, we have to realize that spirit has this vibration with us, this connection, this connection within our lives. So if we allow ourselves to connect to spirit, connect to the infinite source from our vibration, then what I do with Lucerne, what I do with my guide Lucerne, the trance guide, is he allows me to speak directly to him in the spirit world. He allows to speak here through me on to individuals. So, and it worked, and I've been doing Lucerne, God, it's had to be like 25, 30 years now. And Lucerne has tranced through me, worked through me, through my life. And as he has worked with me, he has allowed me to understand a lot more about the spirit world. When he first started coming in many years ago, he would stand over in the corner of the room and he would stare at me. He would look at me. He would allow me to feel his presence, but he didn't try to overshadow me or work with me at that point. At that point, back in late 70s, I was working with a gentleman called Charles Davenport, and he was my trance guide at that moment. Charles would trance through, he would come through, but he was an older man. He would just come through gently, and I assumed that when he was done, when he was finished with the whole situation, he was there to get me ready for Lucerne. And when you're doing trance and doing this connection to trance, it is sometimes a guide will step in, getting you ready for some other teacher, some other instructor, getting your physical and spiritual form ready for them to work with you. And it's through a lot of work. And I always kind of figure out that it's always through work and understanding of working with spirit, connecting to spirit, works in that endeavor within our lives, works within that endeavor in our lives and connects to us through a higher sense of consciousness. So when I work with Lucerne, it's this, my voice changes, my mannerisms will change, different things will change. If I'm in a dark seance room with a red light, you can see all the faces and Lucerne's face, and different faces appear in my being. So when I'm doing Lucerne, I allow him to work through me. Now, I just did a service not too long ago about me doing Lucerne, and I explained to people at the beginning of the service, I don't remember what I'm telling you. I don't have that strong connection. I don't remember. I don't understand what Lucerne. I know Lucerne's speaking, but it's all about the conversation that I understand, that I get to know. So then she comes up at the end of the cycle, says, at the end of the service, says, "Hey, Lou, you said this to me. What did Lucerne mean by that?" I'm going, I don't know. I'm glad you got that understanding that he was speaking to you, but I do not understand what he was saying to you. I can tell you what I think about the situation, but I cannot tell you what Lucerne was thinking when he said it to you. So the main thing with guides, allow them to work with you, especially Lucerne. Allow these guides to work with you, especially if you're a tendency of doing trance or working with trance or connecting to the trance vibration in your life. Kind of sit quietly, and I'm always explaining to you to sit quietly. They will say, oh, you got to work with trance, you got to have people working with you. No, when you first start trance, kind of find a place in your home that you can place a recorder. Allow yourself to go deep. And usually when I go deep within your meditative state. So, and I always thought like counting back in the situation, counting back in the vibration, or counting back in the situation. Count down, like 10, 9, 8. Count yourself down. Go deep within your meditation. You have the recorder for one reason. If you do happen to go into trance while you're doing the situation, the recorder will pick up your voice, so this voice speaking through you. Now, if you start speaking in trance, then have somebody sit with you, because no sense you going into trance speaking and no one be there to ask you questions. Ask you questions about who the spirit is, why you're here. Discern the spirit that's coming through you. Discern them. And that's what I did for me. I had to discern the spirits. You just don't let anybody from the spirit world just jump in. Nobody from the spirit world just jumps into my vibration. Nobody. I don't allow that to happen, because if you do, then everybody will try to jump into your being. You can't allow that to happen in your life through trance. You have that guide, that trance guide, that protector, that vibrational guide working with you. And if you have a true trust with that individual, then you allow them to take control. And through trance, you have to allow yourself to give up control. That's all. And if you're able to do that, then trance might be something you can actually do. But through connection to my guides, to trance, to everything in my life, it's through the connection of learning, of understanding the spirit world, and understanding where I personally fit in that direction. So I'm going to keep talking. Lucerne will start to come through. My voices will change, but allow him to speak, allow him to come through the vibration. But as we manage this earth plane, and there's a lot of things on the earth plane right now, we are all managing through all kinds of stuff in our lives, through illnesses, through situations, through vibrations, through relationships, and all kinds of things. It's how we manage the vibration, how we connect to that, how we have that connection to where we are. And it should be balancing for you. When I teach mediumship, you have to speak, give a reading, but while you're giving the reading, you have to be able to speak to spirit. So you got to chew gum and walk at the same time. You got to be able to speak and talk to spirit. Because a lot of people that will come to your office or do mediumship, you do mediumship with somebody, and if you sit there and get real quiet and go, I felt somebody with you, hold on a second, and you get real quiet for about 5 minutes, then you start speaking again, then you get real quiet again, you're losing that connection to the spirit world. It's that continual movement, that continual vibration of energy, and that's just working at it. That's just getting yourself working at that vibration. I think Lucerne is getting ready to come through. So the vibration of the spirit and a connection of spirit, the vibration that we understand in our lives, the connection of where we are in our lives, is through our own being within our vibration, who we are, who our connection is. We in the spirit world know exactly who you are. We have followed you through lifetimes. We have nurtured, we have blessed you, we have encouraged you, we have uplifted you in the spirit world. We have done our work here in the spirit world. You might not realize that we have had this connection with you through lifetimes, but that connection is always there. You have left home, but there is a group of individuals following you on your journey wherever you are. There's a group of individuals through healers and teachers and instructors and past life individuals who have still gathered into your vibration. There are family members from the spirit world who are moving through your auric field. All of these individuals have connections to you, either through this lifetime, through a past lifetime. There could be individuals working in your life right now from a future existence, getting you ready for that venture movement into that future existence. So there are guides moving through your vibration constantly in our lives. It's that connection we feel, and a lot of it, Mike, is from your intuition. You feel something, or you have this knowing. You know that it's happening. You know that spirit is here. That knowing that they are there. Doesn't mean you have to name each and every one of us by name or encouragement in your life. It isn't that vibration at all. What you do in your life is you follow a path. You listen. You use your empathic abilities. You use that encouragement within your being to follow a path that works the best for you. We in the spirit world propel things out in front of you. We allow you to look at them. We don't force you down a path. That is never happening in the spirit world. We know that you have a destination that you chose long before you got here. But that destination is always there, but it's how you journey from here to there. The journey you take. A quick, for instance, with that, if you believe in your life, in this lifetime that you're in right now, and you have that knowing or that belief, that lifetime, that you're not going to have any money, you're not going to have any prosperity in your life. It's across the bear in your life. So you constantly think about not having it, not encouraging it in your life, whether it be prosperity, whether it be health, whether it be anything else in your life. If you believe that you're not going to have it, it's not going to arrive in your life, then that just propels itself bigger and bigger and bigger as you move down the path. And so all of a sudden now it becomes an event. When things happen in your life, they are not an event. They are to get your attention. They are to maneuver you into a vibration in your life, but they are not to get your intent in your life. They are not to disrupt your energy field, destroy your energy field. They are not to do that. They are to get your attention along the path. And what you see with it, what you propel with that connection with yourself, with your higher self from that vibration will allow you to move to wherever you feel like you need to be. Remember, paths search out throughout the universe and through the earth plane in different intervals and vibrations. Sure, you will get to where you need to be, that destination you chose many years ago. Before you entered this earth plane, you'll get to that destination. But which avenue and which road or which detour you take towards it is what's going to affect your life and your life lessons in this lifetime. Your life lessons. Those life lessons are your knowledge that you gain from the direction you took. The knowledge from the people that propel themselves to your life because you took that direction. All these things are playing in an energy field here in the world of the living. We're still living on the other side. We're still there. But what you do here affects us. It affects the true nature of spirit. It affects the true nature of that connection to the spirit world. We live here, and a lot of the guides that follow me from the spirit world, a lot of the guides here in the spirit world, Tobias and a lot of the people who are within the group that I am with, have ventured here on the earth plane. They have lived here. They have lived lives here. They have had families here. They have worked here on the earth plane. And I've always explained to people, it isn't because I've never been here that I have a little bit of a knowledge of this place, but I have the knowledge of the group that propels it with me. I have knowledge of other realms of existence. Other realms of existence. This is not the only place to exist or be reborn into. There are many avenues here. And as you think in your life, what you think, what you propel within your life is what's going to encourage you in your being. It is not something that you have to worry about in your life. It's never something that you have to say, well, if you're going to, my people say that if you worry, why pray? If you pray, why worry? If you allow us to help, look for the repetition in your life. Look for the connection with different situations that appear in your life. There are many books on the market and many knowledgeable people in this earth plane that will talk about synchronicity, things that appear majorly within your vibration. These are things to look at. These are the road signs along the path, along the journey here on the earth plane. And if you pay attention, it doesn't mean that we are there forcing you to move in that direction, but we are bringing that connection from the spirit world to help you, to connect to you, to bless you on your journey. We want the journey in your life to be pleasant. We want it to be. We can't control you attracting people in your life that disrupt the vibration with you. We can't stop you from thinking about something so strongly that everything in your life has no other option but to comply with that situation. But we can insinuate a journey, light it better than any other journey that you'll take. And then we give you the option of which way you go. But don't think that we have left you because you have not taken the journey we thought you should take. We still pack up and we follow you down that journey with you into wherever you feel like you need to be. And then we reinvent, we work, we reset because of the journey you have taken. But we've never leave you. We never propel you there and then just walk away. Same thing when you close your eyes here on this earth plane. That connection to the spirit world is always there. When you close your eyes here, a group of us, a group of spirits from past lives, incarnations, guides, family members will appear in front of you. You can lay on the other side and not open your eyes and not see us. It doesn't mean we are not there. We have not arrived. It doesn't mean that. It means that we are there till you are ready to see us. Even on this earth plane, when you are in the physical form, we are there. You might not know us or want to understand us, but we follow you every day throughout your life. We encourage you. We bring things into your life to help you. Remember that you have guides in the spirit world. You, when you stood on the other side, you made a connection to a guide that was going to be your gatekeeper. You walked with that guide for a while. You understood them and they understand you. They're the one that helps you, allows everything to appear within your life. Then you have that physician, that doctor. You personally stood outside the building. You went in. You found the best physician that you could find for the lifetime that you are going to live. And that physician joined your spiritual band. Then the alchemist, the one who creates the situations within your life. The vibration, the person that brings the vibration in to encourage, to bless, to uplift your life. The alchemist. You handpick them. Those 3 guides were handpicked. You spent months before you arrived back here, handpicking the guides you needed to be here with you. They stay with you throughout your life. Whether you realize it or recognize it, they are there with you as guardians in your vibration. The other guides in your vibration will change as you move through your life lessons. As you move higher in intelligence, higher in your knowing, newer guides will appear to help you at that avenue within your life. They make that new connection within your life. But you have to realize that these guides will follow you. Sure, you might get guide fixated on a certain guide that has appeared in your life, but doesn't mean that guide is always going to be there for you. It means that some other higher guide, more knowledgeable of the situations that you're going through at that moment, will arrive in the vibration for you. Spirit world is developed on what I would say in your vibration in literal terms. I've tried to get it more in physical form here. There are ley lines that go out throughout the universe. They maneuver throughout the universe, and they move through different dimensions and different times and existences throughout the world of spirit. As you venture to the spirit world, you will stand somewhere there on a ley line, somewhere between universes, somewhere between planets, and you will tell yourself where you want to go from here. But you will first greet the people who have helped you in this lifetime. That includes all the people behind the scenes, all your guides, your family members will sit and they will be there with you. You will spend time with that group of individuals that served you well in this lifetime. And when you're done doing this whole vibration with them, you will move on to wherever you feel like you need to be. If you need to stay there and you feel like I need to be here, that is where you will stay. But you have choices here of where you're going, where you end up in the spirit world. And that has a lot to do with thoughts, that connection to you. If you believe that I believe in spirit world, you're going to see a spirit world. You're going to see that connection to the spirit world. If you don't believe in any of this stuff, the vibration from spirit, then you will end up probably sitting somewhere, going through the same ordeals and situations you went through in this lifetime, until you're able to look up, look away from the situation that you carried with you, to see a brighter light, a brighter vibration propelling itself towards you to lift you somewhere else. But even in those places in the spirit world, you are never left alone. You are never left to fend for yourself. There are guides and angelic presence there to help you, to guide you. If we believe anything from the spirit world, its connection to the spirit world, we believe that we are that part of the spirit of infinite intelligence, a connection to God. Whether we're that small part of energy or that large part of the spirit of intelligence or that intelligent being, we are part of the universe that makes up infinite intelligence. So our light, our power within us has a significant part of that universe. Our energy does not diminish, or it gets thrown away or dissipated where nobody sees it. The light is always there. It might be hid somewhere on your being, but it is there. Everybody in the spirit world sees it. It's like turning a lamp on your home. Put a smaller bulb in the lamp, and the lamp will shine a smaller light. Put a bigger bulb in the lamp, and the lamp will shine brighter into the spirit world. Same as your being. The more knowledge you receive within your vibration within this lifetime is the more knowledge that you can shine into the spirit world. You might explain to me in the spirit world that we should know all. We should have a strong connection. We are in the spirit world. We know everything. We don't know where or what you're going to choose in your life. We know that you have arrived on the earthline. You've picked your family. You've picked a place of birth. You've picked your name. You've done these pickings before you got here. But as you maneuver into this earthline, the journey starts. You start that journey, that vibration within your life, that connection within your being. And as you move through your life, you attract things within your auric field. And you learn from them. You bring knowledge within your being from these events in your life. Then you decide where you need to be. If I told you anything in your life, you must realize that everything in your life should make you, I don't feel like everything has to make you extremely happy, but it should have some kind of benefit within your life. You shouldn't bring a lot of situations and people and things in your life that do not have a benefit. I explained to Lewis many years ago, when you arrived here, that ley line, that vibration that you had to stand on, whether it be somewhere in Canada, overseas, somewhere in the United States, it doesn't matter. You picked a ley line, a vibrational line that affects the universe is where you were born. You're born on that longitude at that specific moment of that specific day of that specific year. You were to affect that ley line at that moment because your energy coming from spirit back to the earth plane, to that specific moment, was to change something on this earth plane or in the spirit world. And as you venture through that ley line, as you move through that ley line, you move to different ley lines as you move through this earth plane, affecting this earth energy, also affecting spirit. And as you move through these ley lines, you make that endeavor, whether it be a pleasant endeavor for you or unpleasant. But it's how you receive the energy in your life, how you propel it within your being. I want you to understand that here in the spirit world, everyone here has respect for you. We all love you. We know that you ended up in the spirit world. We know you ended up in the spirit world and connected to this higher energy. Yeah. We know that you came here because you decided to make that effort to be here to help the spirit world and to help the earth plane. So we have a lot of respect for you and there's a lot of love for you. You might realize in your life that somebody in the spirit world might not like you. That is not true. People in the spirit world are through your life to stand on ley lines with you, to venture you into a vibration. A lot of things will happen in your life, not because it was a meanness from that individual vibration, but it was a way, a mode of moving you to where you needed to be. If we left you completely alone and you traveled through a vibration, you might not get exactly to where you need to be. You might think that we have control of your life, control over the connection you have in your life. Well, a little bit we do because you chose the lessons you wanted to learn. You chose them, and you chose who you wanted to help. You chose that endeavor, that vibration within your life of who you personally would love, wanted to help in your life. Then you ventured here. So those things that you took on for others, moved through those situations, maybe they never worked out as well as they should have, through relationships and family and vibrations within your life. Maybe your mother was mean as a firecracker in her life. Maybe that. Maybe she was that way because that lesson, that vibration she had to give to you was to move you forward. Everything is a lesson. Everything is an encouragement to move us to higher ground. You have to realize that throughout your life. Don't take things so personally in your life that you don't have that whole vibration of understanding why. Sure, things happen in our lives, but you have to realize that you are moving, whether to a really extremely powerful room. Lewis understands that. He understands that, sure, the room that he's in right now might not be as powerful as it should be right now because he could be taking care of life lessons for the universal energy. But there is another room coming that will be full of light and encouragement as he moves through that room, because he took care of the life lessons and challenges he needed to do on the journey in his life. We don't drag you to something. We don't make you have the connection, but we will give you all the energy you need to make your choice. Maybe today I want you to understand the connection to spirit, that connection to higher senses of consciousness. It's always the thought. It is not massively what's going on in your life. It's the thought. It's the repetition by programming yourself to look at beautiful things, beautiful vibrations within your life, continually programming your vibration. You could have had a really bad situation or a bad start in your life. Maybe middle of your life it was not as good as it should have been. But these are situations of changing that thought, changing that vibration within your life. Change the connection. If the connection you're looking at in your life is not that connection you truly, absolutely want in your life, then change that vibration, change that connection within your life. Change it, move it. Maybe you're done with that ley line. Maybe you're just finished with it. Maybe you're finished with that energy and that vibration. You're just forcing yourself to stay there. Ask your guides, ask your higher intelligence, where should I go from here? And allow them to be synchronicity within your life to try to show you where the journey should take you. But don't settle for something in your life that's making you sick, making you ill and discouraged within your life. Why do that? Allow your guides to help you. You have the alchemist in the vibration of the spirit world that has been sent with you. You handpick them. They can create something new for you. But you have to believe that you can accept it. You have to believe that that energy is there. You have to believe that everything about that energy is moving through your being. I told this years ago, think health, think life so strongly that your body has no other option but to comply. Teach yourself that you have no other option. You drink it so strongly in your life. You continually think it. You continually change your thinking in a direction of light and encouragement to bring that vibration into your life. But remember, if you say that in your life, you propel that into the vibration. Ask yourself, are you ready in your being to accept it? Sometimes we ask for things in our lives, but then we negate it because then we don't really know if we want it or not. We might want it, we'd like to have it, but we don't know if we want it. Make sure that your thinking starts to change, that you accept what you have in your life. You accept what you want in your life. And stop the stuff, because spirit is working with everyone who has passed the spirit. No one is lost in the spirit world. You are not searching through the spirit world to find them. What you're doing here on this earth plane, by praying, by giving energy to somebody in the spirit world, is giving them a little piece of your light. Think of it here as you are here. And a relative that you worry about in the spirit world is there. They're trying to find their path, their journey there. They're having trouble finding their journey, their connection to the spirit world. And they have a lantern. Well, the smaller light in the lantern is not lighting the path for them as much as it should be. But when you are here, you can send that positive energy, those prayers, that situation of upliftment, that light that you send to them, that energy that you send to them, gets put in the lantern that they are holding. And it lights the path ahead of them brighter and brighter. Where two or more gathered, there I am. The energy propels itself at a higher vibration within their life. You are more than you can ever imagine. What? I'm on. What are you doing? My wife come running in. The vibration with you is I have this whole connection with the spirit of vibration. And I want you to understand that you are traveling through a higher sense of consciousness, a higher sense of vibration. You're very talented, and we respect you from the spirit world because You brought down the gifts from the spirit world to affect you on this earth plane. Then you're going to affect the world of spirit and the world here and your physical being. You brought the special gifts only you have a connection to. And as you move to this earth plane, those gifts are propelled out. You might not like all of them. You might not like all of the events in your life, but they are just events. They're not the finished product. They were just events in your life. And we have to look at them that way. That was an event in my life, and I need to move forward. Don't hovel somewhere in the back part of the energy, hoping to God that it might change. If you must change the thinking, change the vibration, change the situation to get you to where you need to be. Trust yourself. The light, the vibration within you radiates through you, which actually attracts the spirit from the spirit world. That connection to the spirit world, that connection to vibration, that connection to where we are in our lives. So trust your being, trust that vibration of spirit, that connection to that energy that you have that connection to. All right, I think Lucerne left, so my wife kind of scared him out of me, I think. Vibration here. And I know Lucerne was talking about connection to spirit. I've always learned in my life through my guide, Joseph, Mildred, some of the guides that I have throughout my life, some of the guides I started out when I was young, are no longer here. Charles and Billy and Mildred became one of my guides from my trance when I first started trance. Charles is still here with the group of guides with Lucerne, and Billy is with the guides. He is more of a Choi guide, but he's more with Lucerne and that group of guides. So I knew they were working with me to allow Lucerne to step in and be part of my life, part of my vibration, part of my life. So I've always understood that. I understood that I picked exactly what I thought I needed when I first got here. I always believed that I knew what I wanted when I was on the spirit side of life. And when I grabbed everything, I came down here, but I lost it on my way down. And I forgot what I really was here for. But it's through understanding positive thought. None of us get out of this earth plane unscathed. We have things happen in our lives, illnesses, different things happen, relationships, all that stuff happens in our lives. It does. Don't say you aren't going to get out of something unscathed just by thinking positive. Everything's just going to be awesome, because there are parts of your life that you chose to help others, and you chose to go through a life lesson that will raise your energy, bring you to a higher sense of consciousness, bring you to a situation in your life that's going to bring you to that vibration. Some of it will work just pleasant for you, and your life will be very pleasant. And at other times in our lives, it doesn't. It doesn't work pleasant at all. But it doesn't mean that it is this bad thing we chose. But we can always change the path. We can always change the vibration of our life, the connection that we have in our lives, that connection to spirit. Guides will follow us whether we want them to or not. We can yell at them, tell them to get away, but they're still going to be there. I've always learned that in my life. They're still going to be there, whether I tell them to go or not. When I was working on a platform when I was young, I told my guides I didn't need them. I don't need you. I can do this all by myself. They all stood off the platform, but they wouldn't help me. And I found out that I needed them. I needed them to do this work. I needed them to accomplish this work that I was doing on the earth plane. So I had to apologize and allow them back into my vibration, because I said I didn't need them. We need our guides. We need people. And a lot of the guides have a lot of connections to your past lives. A guide, a vibration in your life could be a vision or an incarnation of some person you were in the past. Some higher energy that you were in the past becomes one of your guides, but it's still a part of the energy associated with you. Through family members, people, situations, vibrations. They're all connected to your higher self. You're always connected to the spirit world, so no matter what you do, what you say, what you do here, you're still connected. You're connected to the spirit world through a cord, through a vibrational cord here from this earth plane to the spirit world. And information gets downloaded into your vibration from the spirit world. It's like we're all attached to a large phone system. And all of a sudden, the phone will ring within our being, and we know something's happening, something's going to go on because there's a call coming. And we need to figure out what that call is and how we're going to maneuver it. But you have to realize that you are going to maneuver it. You're going to go. But if the vibration isn't pleasant in your life, then ask your guides, what do you need to do? Lucerne told me many years ago, is there something I've missed, something I should be doing, something I should be putting in motion? Please show me. Covers all the bases in the spirit world, everything. There's something I'm missing, something I should personally be doing, something I should be putting in motion at this point in my life. Please show me. That I watch for repetition in my life. I watch to see how guides are propelling situations within my life. Be watchful. Even though we might not be on a first name basis with all our guides, be watchful of what they're trying to show you. Because the signs will appear out ahead of you. They don't force you down a dark path. They don't force you there. And if they do, if you happen to go down a dark path in your life, they'll always give you supplies to survive the dark path. Maybe the path you chose to encourage yourself to bring more knowledge within your being. Or maybe the path was for others. And you were the one that charged out into enemy lines to help the group that was left behind. So it's still, all these things are within our vibration. I believe in life lessons. I believe in karma. I believe in stuff in our lives. But I believe in my whole being while I've been on this earth plane. I believe that we chose this lifetime, this one. We had it all put out on a table on in front of us, and we decided this was the lifetime we wanted to achieve. These are the people we want to help. This is the energy we want to take on. This is all the stuff we want to do, and boom, and down we come. This is the lifetime. And I know that guides on the spirit side of life, our group of guides, have set the energy for us. And while we're here, they are working with the energy that we decided on in the spirit world. Sometimes we might be just a little crazy with your guides and say, I don't know what I was thinking when I got here. I don't know what I was envisioning, but I don't like this. This isn't good. But then explain to them, say, if there's something I need to do with this, I know it's here. I've got this in my life. If there's something I need to do with it, can you fix this? Fix it. Have a yell to them. I told a client the other day, I said, if I signed a contract in the spirit world and I signed up for this, then they should show me the contract. They should bring it down, show it to me, because I want to see the contract. Because I know I didn't sign something to work out exactly. I might have made a decision, situation in my life to bring me through this vibration, but I didn't sign it up exactly the way it's happening. So I can change it. I can redo it. I can uplift it. I can encourage it. So no matter what you're going through in your life, guides are there. They're connected to you. They're connected to the vibration for you. It's how we maneuver the path, how we have that connection with our being. That's a lot through meditation. It's not through getting quiet, not through asking questions, having these moments with your guides, having a moment with them, speak to them, talk to them out loud. We can do that now. We have cell phones. People just think you're talking on a cell phone, so you can talk to yourself. Talk to your guides. Ask them. Have that repetition, that mantra of stuff that you would like to have in your life. Thinking nothing but positive energy, even though all hell might be breaking loose in your life. Start thinking positive energy. Because the positive energy, what's going to win out? The more negative situations appear in your life, the more negative vibrations will appear in front of you. Then you'll have to wade through those, and then there'll be more. When people explain to me that, Louis, I attract people that are not good all the time. Bad people always come in my life. Why? Because of the thoughts, the vibrations that we have in our lives. We attract the energy. They see it in our auric field. They see it in our energy. They see it in our vibration and go, oh my God, you need me. And here they come. If we change the vibration in your life to a more positive energy, positive people will arrive. Positive people will venture into your being. but you have to allow yourself to get to that vibration within your life, that connection within your vibration. Trust yourself. That's this trust. What I do Lucerne, when I connect to Lucerne in the spirit world, I trust that he's going to overshadow. And when he's done, I trust he's going to leave. I have trust in people in my life. I have trust in people in my life that I trust in my life. I do have trust in them. I believe they're not going to hurt me. They're not going to disrupt my being because they are part of my life. I trust them in the vibration. So it always comes down to trust and trusting yourself. We beat ourselves up more than any other in any spirit world or any person in the spirit world could do or judge us. We judge ourselves worse than anybody else could judge us. That energy propels it because we judge ourselves constantly in our lives of how we're maneuvering down the path. Sure, we might not have the best relationships in our life. Sure, we might not have all the money we think we might need in our lives. Sure, we might not live exactly where we think we should be living, but maybe you're on that ley line, maybe on that one ley line. But you have to affect this moment. Doesn't mean you're going to stay there. So you know that there's more coming, there's vibrations coming, but how you arrive to the path. It's like the story on the Wizard of Oz. Go to the haunted forest, flying monkeys, or go to the Msc.D. Choices are always ours. I walk through the big field and go through the Msc.D, or do you want to go the other way and have to dodge flying monkeys? Choices are always our vibration within our life. You have to trust yourself. Always trust the energy that you're receiving within your life. And make sure that when you give it energy, you have some kind of energy. It starts to play out nicely for you. If it doesn't work, doesn't fall into place, doesn't click for you, don't keep running. Stop. Ask your guides, this isn't working. Why? Give them an idea, give them a chance to help you before you get too run down the path. Then they have to run down there and pick you up. Because you ran too fast. You didn't give them enough time to maneuver you in this energy that you've chosen. And you can't tell me that, oh, I didn't choose this. I didn't choose this. In some way, some fashion in our lives, we chose the direction. You know, then we still have a choice of changing the direction, changing the vibration within our lives. We always have that gift within us. Sure, there are the time that we chose to leave the earth plane, time we chose to be here. There, how long we're going to be on this earth plane before we venture back to the spirit world. Sometimes we get sick, but we get sick because we're getting ready to get our ticket and leave the earth plane. But we have these moments that we need to ask our guides because our guides will take care of us. They will maneuver us in the right direction in our lives. But it's like you have to be spiritual. You don't have to be all this stuff in your life. You just have to be watchful. Watchful of what's appearing in your life. When I was living places in my life, I knew all of a sudden, I knew where I needed to be. And as we get older in our lives, we can look back at our lives and go, that's why I was there. I was there to affect that. That's why I moved there, to affect that. We can look back at these vibrations of different people, different situations in our life that caused us to move forward, caused us to move to a higher sense of consciousness. We have to realize that everything moves us, whether pleasant or unpleasant, it's still going to move us. We're not going to stand still. That's why I have a trouble with spiritualism. I have a trouble with this religion because some people want to keep it in a little compartment box and not change it. But spiritualism has to change. It has to move to a higher sense of consciousness. It has to move. It has to evolve. And every religion has to evolve. It has to evolve to a higher sense of consciousness. Because if it stays the same, other people will grow and they will not come. They will not be there. They will not be part of that situation because it tells them that this is the old time and we're not going to change. That's why we always have to raise the vibration. We're always in a moment of change in our lives. So I want to trust you to understand that you are who you are. Who you are tomorrow is up to you. Who you are today is, Today's almost done. We're here. But who you become tomorrow, it's all up to your being, up to your consciousness within your life. So ask your guides, talk to them, make that connection to them, make that connection into their vibration, and allow you to be that part of your life, that part of the vibration within your life. So I hope you enjoyed today. We're going to do next week. We're going to keep doing this every week, unless I post on my website that I've got an event or something. I can't be here. I think towards February I have an event in the villages, so I will not be here on a Thursday. I'll be in the villages, so I can't do this. But I will try to tape that event so I can post it and you can see the event up in the villages where I'll be going up there. So just remember to keep the connection, understand the connection. If your life might not be working exactly the way it should be working right now, but that's today. Tomorrow could be totally different. But if we keep figuring what's bad today, then we just bring some bang back in tomorrow. It's like the joke I tell sometimes. The gentleman fell off a tractor and broke his arm. His wife Emma was there. So she got him to the hospital. When he finally woke up, he looked at Emma. She says, Emma, you were there when I fell off the roof. Emma, you were there when I got hurt by the animal in the yard. You were there today when I fell off the tractor. Emma, you're just bad luck. He didn't look at it the way that Emma was there to help him and encourage him, just Emma's bad luck. Good things are happening in his life. We have to think that positive energy within our life, make that connection for us. And it's work. It's like pulling little threads, little pieces of threads until we find what really works for us. Like, ooh, that works. And everything has a connection. Everything has a connection. And as we make our own little thread, our own vibration in our lives, we understand that we are connected. And if we stay connected in some fashion, Spirit will maneuver us down that path without too much debris in our lives. And I want to thank you. And we'll do this again next week at 3 o'clock. And I'll do it again. And this will be posted on Facebook. Not on Facebook, but on my YouTube channel. So if you missed the first part of it or part of it, it'll be put on my YouTube channel. And I'll see you guys next week. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.